trail here, and unfortunately I'm back in Dallas. As you know, things didn't go well out in Arizona for me this time, and I guess the big question I've gotten from family and friends since I've gotten home is what exactly went wrong. Everybody was really shocked that I was back in Dallas so quickly, and well, that's a good question. I can say that most of you that have followed my channel probably know that I'm a pretty big creature of habit, and when I find something that works for me, I generally stick with it. I mean, I use a lot of the same gear that I've had for, the last 5 or 10 years, and I rarely change things up when they work. And so the big question is what happened to my feet? That was obviously the thing that knocked me off trail. And on day one, I felt really great. Everything was going fine. I probably hiked a little too long because I couldn't find a campsite, but still no issues. And then on day two, about midday, I started feeling a little bit of a hot spot on my right foot, or so I thought. And I immediately stopped. I took my shoes and socks off, looked at my foot. It seemed okay. I put my socks on, made sure they were all smooth. There was nothing in my shoe, but I could still feel it, and I knew something was going wrong. And so there was a slight blister at the end of day two, but on day three is when it started to really go bad. About the time I got to the Arizona Trail, hiking over to Picket Post, I could just feel that getting worse and worse on my foot. And by the time I got over there, I had a huge blister on my right foot. And I think this is where I messed up, was that I decided to try and pop that blister. And so I did that, and I had no band-aids. I didn't have anything. I had wet wipes and things to clean it. But anyway, I did all that. I went into Superior. I got bandages and all kinds of stuff. Lucked out, didn't have to walk into town. And so I thought everything would be okay. I left Superior. The foot felt pretty good. I kept taping it up, and then the second day out, I started feeling a blister on my left foot. And anyway, this went on and on until I got down to where I jumped off trail at that Beehive Well, and I mean, every day it would feel pretty good when I'd start out, but by the end of the day, it would just be, it would just feel so raw and painful. But anyway, I think really popping it was what messed it up, because I've been home over 2 weeks and my foot is still messed up. When I look at it, it's still all black underneath, so it's kind of scary looking. But anyway, to get back to what went wrong, here's what I did differently. This is the thing. I did not start the trail in a brand new pair of shoes, and that's it. That's the only thing I did differently. I've always worn Ultra shoes. For the last 9 years, I've worn Ultra, Olympus, and Lone Peaks. Never had a blister. Had a few little slight rubs here and there, maybe on the side of my ankle, but never a blister on the bottom of my foot. So I wasn't even worried about it. Wore the same Injinji socks with the darn tufts over them, and that is the absolute only thing that I did differently. Was I wore a pair of shoes that I'd had for about 5 months. Never hiked in them. I was wearing them around Dallas to work. I walked the dogs in the park, but had never hiked in them. And I thought, well, to save a little money, I'll wear these to Safford, which is about 230 miles in, and I'll get a new pair of shoes mailed there. I already had it all set up. And really, that's it. I mean, I carried the same stuff, so it wasn't more weight or anything like that. I didn't carry that much water. As you saw, there was plenty of water, so I didn't get weighed down with that. And the only other difference is there's a lot of off-trail hiking on that, and I don't know that that was enough of a difference to mess my foot up that bad. Now, I probably mentioned that I slammed the hell out of my left toe into a rock, and that toenail's solid black. It's definitely going to come off. So that was due to off-trail hiking. I just didn't see it and slammed my foot into it. But I feel like I could have kept going had it only been that. But anyway, I just got down to Mammoth and I couldn't do it. I mean, every step was just, I was out there, and it was one of the most beautiful times to be in the desert with all the water and the beautiful flowers and everything going on, and every step I mean, I tried to conceal it when I was talking on camera, but I was pretty miserable the whole time, and it really made it hard for me to enjoy what I was hiking through. And so I just decided when I got to Mammoth that I had 650 more miles. Did I want to continue on and every step be miserable, or just go ahead and call it there? And so anyway, that's what I did. Obviously, I decided I got a ride down to Tucson, and I took the train home, and you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes. But I want you to know that I am going to do hopefully a long hike in the fall that I've been planning. And then I'm going to try to go back out next spring, and I'm going to try to pick up exactly where I left off, even on the same day if I can. And hopefully this time I'll be able to get a permit for Aravaipa Canyon, because Mammoth is really a southern reroute. So now that I know exactly what day I'll be there, I could get that permit and go through the canyon, and it'll be epic, and I won't even hike out of Mammoth, so that'll be awesome. So that's my plan for 2024, and hopefully, like I said, this fall, I'm planning on another hike. It's about 700 miles, and I'll fill you in on that later, just in case it doesn't happen. I don't want to talk about it yet, but anyway, that's kind of it. I want to say thanks to everybody that stuck with me and watched the videos. I'm sorry that I only put 2 videos out, and that's going to be it this time, but I appreciate your support and all the really great comments about getting off trail, because it was a really tough decision. I didn't want to let anybody down. I didn't want to let myself down. It was really difficult after 5-6 months of really intense planning, and probably 100+ hours really that I put into that. I pored over maps, I read everything I could find, I watched other hikes, so I really tried to have every advantage I could on that, but I never thought footwear would be the thing to take me out, like I said, especially after 9 years of using the same shoes. So anyway, that's really about it. I mean, there's not much to say. I don't even know if that's really what happened. I'm just saying that that's the only thing I did differently, and from now on I will never start a hike without having a brand new pair of shoes, and hopefully that'll make the difference. And I'm not sure, but I'm gonna regroup here and make another plan and get back out on trail as soon as I can. So again, I appreciate everybody checking out the hike. It's doing great. The views are up a lot, which is kind of a bummer because I'm not out there hiking and it's getting great views, but hopefully I can pick it up next year, like I said. And that's really all there is to say about that. So thanks again for checking out the videos, and I'll see you again real soon somewhere on the trail. Take care, man.